The one-eyed monsters of myth and legend hold a chilling allure that has haunted our imaginations for centuries. From ancient Greece to distant lands, these creatures are more than just the stuff of nightmares. They symbolize a primal fear and fascination with the unknown. In Greek mythology, the Cyclops stand out as towering figures of strength and terror. Imagine a hulking giant, whose single eye gleams with both malice and mystery. The most famous among them is Polyphemus, a one-eyed giant who trapped Odysseus and his men in a dark cave, savoring his impending feast. The sheer isolation of Polyphemus's single eye, set in a face that seems to belong to another world, reflects an almost terrifyingly intimate glimpse into the monster's soul. His eye is not just a physical feature, it represents the all-seeing, often cruel nature of power unrestrained. Traveling north to the icy realms of Norse mythology, we meet giants with similar menacing traits. Hrumnir, a giant with one eye, embodies the raw power and primal chaos of the world. His eye, large and watching, seems to pierce through the fog of ancient Norse landscapes, witnessing the eternal struggle between gods and giants. The one-eyed Hrumnir is more than just a giant. He is a symbol of a harsh and unforgiving universe where strength and fearlessness are paramount. In the ancient Near East, one-eyed monsters emerge in the stories of old. Humbaba, the fearsome guardian of the cedar forest in the Epic of Gilgamesh, is often depicted as having a single eye that shines with malevolence. This eye is not merely a feature, it is a gateway to the ancient fears of the Mesopotamian people. Humbaba's eye reflects the terror of facing something so powerful that it feels beyond human comprehension, an entity of immense strength and formidable presence. Moving to the Hindu epics, the Rakshasas and Asuras introduce us to a different shade of one-eyed menace. These demons, with their terrifying forms and single, glaring eye, bring nightmares to life. The eye represents their otherworldly nature and their ability to see beyond the ordinary. In the rich tapestry of Hindu mythology, one-eyed figures like Ravana, with his many faces and single eye of wrath, symbolize the overwhelming power and danger of evil that lurks just beyond the veil of human understanding. In the vast and diverse cultures of Native American tribes, one-eyed creatures weave through the myths and legends with haunting elegance. Stories of giant one-eyed beings from the Haida people, for instance, are laden with symbolism. These creatures often represent the unknown dangers of the natural world, the dark and foreboding forces that lie hidden beneath the surface of the world. In Japan, the mythological landscape is rich with one-eyed beings, like the shoujo, whose single eye holds a gaze both hypnotic and terrifying. These creatures are deeply embedded in Japanese folklore, where they symbolize the intersection of the familiar and the eerie. The eye of the shoujo, with its penetrating stare, evokes a profound sense of the supernatural and the haunting allure of the unknown. In the myths of Africa, one-eyed creatures appear with their own unique symbolism. Across the continent, these beings are often associated with the forces of chaos and the unknown. Their single eye becomes a symbol of a vision that transcends ordinary understanding, a glimpse into a world where mysteries abound and where the line between reality and myth becomes blurred. The one-eyed monsters of mythologies from around the world share a common thread. They embody our deepest fears and curiosities. Their single eye is not just a physical trait, but a powerful symbol of something beyond our grasp. It is a lens into the otherworldly, a reflection of the ancient fears that still stir in the darkest corners of our imaginations. These creatures remind us of the ancient and primal instincts that continue to captivate and terrify us, connecting us to the mysteries that lie just out of sight. In the shadows of ancient Greek myths, the Cyclopes loom large, a towering, single-eyed presence that captures the imagination with a mix of fear and fascination. These giants, with their one glaring eye, are both fearsome and intriguing, representing a blend of raw power and ancient mystery. The origins of the Cyclopes are rooted in the earliest tales of Greek mythology. They are often described as formidable beings, immense in size, and possessing a singular eye in the center of their foreheads. This eye, glowing with an eerie light, is not merely a physical feature but a symbol of their otherworldly strength and often their isolation from the world of the gods and humans. One of the most famous Cyclopes is Polyphemus, whose story is etched into the pages of Homer's Odyssey. Picture a rugged landscape where a lone giant with a single eye lives in a dark cave, isolated from the world. Polyphemus's story is a powerful narrative of vulnerability and anger. Odysseus, the cunning hero, and his men find themselves trapped in Polyphemus's cave. The Cyclops, with his enormous strength and fearsome presence, seems invincible. Yet, Odysseus's cleverness shines as he devises a plan to blind the giant and escape. The moment when Odysseus and his men drive a sharp stake into Polyphemus's single eye is a moment of intense, visceral imagery, a blend of triumph and horror that grips the reader's heart. Polyphemus's tale is not just about brute strength and cunning, it's about the clash between the world of the gods and the realm of the mortal. The Cyclops is a representation of primal fear, a reminder of the wild and untamed aspects of nature that lie beyond human control. His anger and the subsequent blindness reflect a deeper theme of the gods' intervention in human affairs and the eternal struggle between intelligence and sheer force. Cyclopes also play a crucial role in the forging of Zeus's thunderbolts. In this tale, they are not just monstrous beings but skilled craftsmen. The image of these giants working in the depths of a volcanic forge, creating weapons of unimaginable power, adds another layer to their mystique. The thunderbolts, forged with Cyclopean precision, become symbols of divine authority and justice. The Cyclopes, in this role, transform from fearsome monsters to essential creators, their single eye now a symbol of their focused and unparalleled skill. The cultural impact of the Cyclopes is profound. They embody a blend of terror and awe that has echoed through literature and art for centuries. Their one eye, a focal point of both dread and fascination, represents the ancient Greeks' understanding of the natural world, a world where power and unpredictability are intertwined. The Cyclopes remind us of the ancient belief in beings who exist on the fringes of human understanding, bridging the gap between the known and the unknown. Throughout history, Cyclopes have appeared in various forms in literature, art, and even popular culture. Their image has been used to evoke fear, wonder, and a sense of the sublime. In modern times, the Cyclops remains a powerful symbol of the struggle between humanity and the forces of nature, representing both the potential for greatness and the perils of untamed strength. These one-eyed giants continue to captivate our imaginations, reminding us of a time when the world was filled with creatures whose very presence challenged our understanding of reality. Their stories are not just ancient myths, but echoes of the primal fears and wonders that still resonate with us today. In the frosty expanse of Norse mythology, the giants, or jötnar, loom as colossal figures whose presence commands both awe and dread. These giants are more than mere monsters, they embody the raw forces of nature and chaos that stand in stark contrast to the order of the gods. Their story is one of cosmic struggle, where power and fear intertwine in a dance as old as the universe itself. Among these giants, Hrungnir stands out, not just for his size, but for his singular, glaring eye that pierces through the veil of myths. Hrungnir, a towering figure with a single eye, is one of the most formidable of the jötnar. His story is a vivid tapestry of strength and tragedy, woven into the fabric of Norse mythology. Picture a giant whose presence alone stirs the very air around him. Hrungnir, with his one eye that seems to hold the fury of storms and the weight of mountains, is both a force of nature and a symbol of the chaotic power that the giants represent. His eye, intense and glowing, is a window into the untamed world of the giants, an eye that sees beyond the physical world into realms of power and chaos. In the myths, Hrungnir's role is significant and dramatic. He is a giant who challenges the gods, particularly Thor. The story of Hrungnir's confrontation with Thor is a clash of titans, where the fate of the cosmos seems to hang in the balance. The giant's challenge to Thor is not merely a physical battle but a symbolic struggle between the forces of chaos and the order of the gods. Hrungnir's single eye becomes a symbol of his singular purpose and overwhelming might. The battle that ensues is fierce and devastating, a testament to the raw power and elemental force that Hrungnir embodies. But Hrungnir's story does not end merely with physical combat. It speaks to a deeper cosmic order where giants and gods are locked in an eternal struggle. The giants, with their immense strength and chaotic nature, represent the primal forces that constantly threaten to disrupt the order established by the gods. Hrungnir's clash with Thor is not just a fight, it's a manifestation of the ongoing tension between creation and destruction, order and chaos. The giants in Norse mythology, including Hrungnir, are intricately connected to the cosmic order. They are not merely antagonists, they are essential components of the mythological framework that defines the universe. The giants' role in the myths reflects the natural and existential balance that must be maintained. They are the dark counterparts to the gods, representing the untamed and unpredictable forces of the cosmos. In the mythological narrative, the giants and gods are locked in a cosmic dance where each side plays a crucial role. The gods strive to uphold order and structure, while the giants embody the chaotic forces that challenge this order. This eternal struggle is a central theme in Norse mythology, reflecting the dynamic and often turbulent nature of existence itself. Hrungnir, with his one eye and immense power, is a vivid representation of this cosmic struggle, reminding us of the thin line between order and chaos that shapes the world. The presence of Hrungnir and his fellow giants in Norse myths is a powerful reminder of the primal forces that govern the universe. Their stories evoke a sense of wonder and fear, capturing the imagination with their sheer magnitude and the timeless struggle they represent. The one-eyed Hrungnir, with his intense gaze and formidable presence, stands as a testament to the raw power and chaotic energy that the giants bring to the mythological landscape. In the end, the giants of Norse mythology, and Hrungnir in particular, are not just mythological figures but reflections of the forces that shape our world. Their stories are a reminder of the ever-present tension between order and chaos, and the eternal struggle that defines the cosmic balance. In the ancient myths of Mesopotamia, one-eyed monsters emerge from the shadows, embodying fear and awe with their sheer presence. These creatures, often described with a singular eye glowing with menace, represent a powerful force of nature and chaos. Among these formidable beings, one stands out with a story that resonates through the ages: Humbaba, the guardian of the cedar forest in the Epic of Gilgamesh. Humbaba, with his towering form and a single glaring eye, is a figure that strikes fear into the hearts of all who encounter him. In the ancient Near Eastern texts, Humbaba is not just a monster but a being of immense power, tasked with guarding a sacred and mysterious forest. His eye, fierce and penetrating, is a symbol of his vigilance and formidable nature. It is said that his gaze alone can induce terror, making him an almost supernatural figure whose presence is as oppressive as it is awe-inspiring. Imagine a vast, ancient forest, its trees reaching skyward like ancient sentinels. Within this forest resides Humbaba, whose one eye dominates his fearsome face. This eye, glowing with a terrifying intensity, watches over the forest with an almost otherworldly vigilance. The legends describe Humbaba as a creature whose very being is tied to the primal forces of nature. His strength and ferocity reflect the untamed power of the wilderness he protects. The story of Humbaba's confrontation with Gilgamesh and Enkidu is a dramatic clash of heroism and monstrous might. Gilgamesh, the mighty king, and Enkidu, his wild companion, venture into the cedar forest with the goal of defeating Humbaba. The battle between the heroes and the one-eyed monster is not just a physical struggle, it is a struggle between civilization and the untamed forces of nature. Humbaba's single eye, glaring with both anger and defiance, symbolizes the wild and chaotic forces that the heroes are up against. His monstrous form, combined with his fearsome eye, embodies the raw power and ancient mysteries that lie within the heart of the forest. As the fight unfolds, the terror facing such a creature becomes palpable. Humbaba's single eye is a focal point of fear and power, a reminder of the immense and often uncontrollable forces that lurk in the shadows of the world. The clash between the heroes and Humbaba is a battle that goes beyond mere strength. It is a confrontation with the very essence of chaos and wildness. The victory over Humbaba is both a triumph and a profound reminder of the price of taming the untamed forces of nature. In the broader context of Mesopotamian mythology, one-eyed monsters like Humbaba hold a special place. They represent the dangers and mysteries of the natural world, forces that are both awe-inspiring and terrifying. These creatures are not just obstacles but symbols of the primal fears and challenges that the ancient peoples faced. Their single eye, a central feature in their depiction, represents a focused and often malevolent gaze that adds to their menacing presence. The tales of one-eyed monsters in Mesopotamian myths serve as a powerful reminder of the ancient people's view of the world, a world where the forces of nature were as dangerous as they were mysterious. Humbaba's story, with its vivid imagery and emotional intensity, captures the essence of this worldview. His single eye, glaring with an almost supernatural fury, is a symbol of the primal power and fear that lie at the heart of ancient myths. The impact of these one-eyed monsters goes beyond their immediate stories. They evoke a deep sense of awe and dread, reflecting the ancient understanding of a world filled with powerful and often uncontrollable forces. Humbaba, with his fearsome eye and towering presence, embodies this ancient fear and fascination, reminding us of the profound and often unsettling relationship between humanity and the wild forces of nature. In the rich tapestry of Hindu mythology, the Rakshasas and Asuras emerge as fearsome beings, embodying the dark and chaotic forces that challenge the divine order. These demons are not just mythical creatures, but symbols of the eternal struggle between good and evil, order and chaos. Among these formidable beings, one-eyed figures stand out, their singular gaze a reflection of their terrifying power and malevolence. Rakshasas and Asuras are often depicted as powerful and malevolent entities with a deep-seated enmity towards the gods and humans. Rakshasas, with their fearsome appearance and supernatural abilities, are known for their ability to shapeshift and their insatiable hunger for human flesh. They dwell in dark forests and remote places, their presence a constant threat to the harmony of the world. Asuras, on the other hand, are generally depicted as rebellious demons who oppose the gods and seek to overthrow the divine order. Their actions are driven by ambition and a desire for power, making them dangerous adversaries in the cosmic battle between good and evil. Among these demons, the one-eyed figures are particularly striking. They are not just monstrous in form but are endowed with a single, all-seeing eye that symbolizes their intense and often malevolent power. One such figure is the Rakshasa named Virbhadra, who is described as having a single, glaring eye that embodies the fury and chaos he brings. His eye is not just a physical feature but a symbol of his intense focus on destruction and chaos, representing the formidable power that lies within these dark beings. The interactions between these one-eyed demons and the gods are marked by intense conflict and drama. In the epic narratives of the Mahabharata and Ramayana, the Rakshasas and Asuras frequently clash with the gods and heroes, their one-eyed forms often seen as a terrifying omen of the battle to come. The gods, with their divine powers and virtues, are continually challenged by these demons, leading to epic battles that test the limits of their strength and resolve. One of the most dramatic stories involving one-eyed demons is the tale of the Rakshasa Ravana, the king of Lanka. While not one-eyed himself, his army includes fearsome one-eyed Rakshasas who play a crucial role in the conflict with the hero Rama. Ravana's kingdom, filled with these formidable beings, becomes the battleground for a struggle that pits good against evil in a clash of epic proportions. The one-eyed demons in Ravana's army symbolize the concentrated malevolence and power of the Rakshasas, embodying the threat they pose to the divine order. In these stories, the one-eyed figures are not just villains but are also symbols of the chaos that threatens the cosmic balance. Their singular eye represents a focus on destruction and a refusal to acknowledge the divine order. The intense battles between these demons and the gods highlight the eternal struggle between order and chaos, with the one-eyed figures standing as embodiments of the primal forces that challenge the divine will. The presence of one-eyed demons in Hindu mythology serves as a powerful reminder of the constant struggle between good and evil. These figures, with their intense and often terrifying gaze, reflect the deep-seated fears and challenges faced by the gods and heroes. Their role in the myths underscores the dramatic and often violent nature of the cosmic battle that defines the Hindu worldview. The stories of Rakshasas and Asuras, especially those involving one-eyed demons, evoke a sense of awe and fear, capturing the imagination with their powerful imagery and intense conflicts. These myths remind us of the primal forces that lurk beyond the realms of order and harmony, highlighting the enduring struggle between light and darkness that shapes the universe. In the heart of Native American legends, one-eyed monsters loom as figures of immense power and mystery. These creatures, marked by their singular gaze, hold a special place in the rich tapestry of tribal myths. Their stories are filled with a blend of fear and reverence, capturing the imagination with their intense symbolism and the profound lessons they impart. In the legends of the Haida people, one-eyed giants stand out vividly. These giants, known for their fearsome appearance and formidable strength, are central figures in many of the Haida myths. The one-eyed giant, often depicted with a single glaring eye, is a symbol of both power and peril. This eye, intense and piercing, represents a force that is both captivating and terrifying. It is a focal point that embodies the giant's immense strength and the formidable nature of the challenges they pose. One of the most striking stories involving a one-eyed giant in Haida mythology is the tale of the giant named Ka, also known as the one-eyed monster. Ka is a giant who roams the land with a singular eye that sees far and wide. This eye is not just a physical feature, but a symbol of his connection to the natural world and the supernatural forces that govern it. His presence in the myths is both awe-inspiring and unsettling, reflecting the dual nature of these powerful beings who are both protectors and threats. In Haida legends, Ka is often portrayed as a figure of great strength who can command the elements and manipulate the forces of nature. His one eye, glaring with an almost otherworldly intensity, is a symbol of his ability to control and dominate the world around him. The stories of Ka highlight the immense power that one-eyed monsters hold in these traditions, as well as the deep-seated respect and fear they inspire. The symbolism of the one-eyed giant extends beyond mere physical appearance. In Native American myths, these figures often represent the balance between creation and destruction, order and chaos. The single eye of these giants can be seen as a metaphor for their ability to see beyond the ordinary, to perceive the deeper truths of the world, and to harness the primal forces that shape existence. This eye also signifies their role as gatekeepers of powerful and often unpredictable forces, reflecting the complexity and duality of their nature. The stories of one-eyed monsters in Native American legends are not just tales of fear and power, they also carry profound lessons and moral messages. These myths often explore themes of bravery, respect, and the need to understand and balance the forces of nature. The one-eyed giants, with their immense power and intimidating presence, serve as reminders of the deep connection between humans and the natural world. They symbolize the challenges that come with harnessing and respecting these forces, as well as the consequences of disrupting the delicate balance that governs life. The presence of one-eyed monsters in Native American legends adds a layer of depth to the rich tapestry of tribal myths. These figures, with their intense and often terrifying gaze, capture the imagination and evoke a sense of both wonder and fear. Their stories reflect the profound and sometimes unsettling realities of the world, reminding us of the powerful forces that lie beyond the ordinary and the need to approach them with respect and caution. In the end, the one-eyed monsters of Native American legends are powerful symbols of the primal and supernatural forces that shape the world. Their stories, filled with fear and reverence, offer a glimpse into the deep-seated beliefs and values of the tribes. Through these myths, the one-eyed giants remind us of the complex and often mysterious relationship between humans and the forces that govern the natural and supernatural realms. In the shadowy corners of Japanese mythology, one-eyed creatures loom large, their single eye glistening with an unsettling blend of power and mystery. These beings, etched into the folklore of Japan, are not merely monsters but symbols of profound and often eerie aspects of the supernatural world. Their stories are filled with chilling details and striking imagery, leaving a lasting impression on those who encounter them. One of the most fascinating figures in Japanese myth is the shoujo, a one-eyed creature that stands apart from typical monsters. The shoujo is a type of yokai, a supernatural being of Japanese folklore, with a single eye that dominates its visage. Its appearance is often marked by a striking blend of beauty and terror. Described with long, flowing hair and a hauntingly beautiful face, the shoujo's solitary eye is a focal point of its mystique. This eye is not just an aspect of its appearance, but a window into its otherworldly nature, reflecting both its allure and its danger. The shoujo is often associated with the power of song and music. Legends tell of its mesmerizing voice, which can captivate and enchant anyone who hears it. However, this beauty is not without its dark side. The shoujo song can also be a source of confusion and madness, luring unsuspecting individuals into perilous situations. The single eye of the shoujo is said to possess an almost hypnotic power, adding to the creature's eerie allure and emphasizing the duality of its nature, both enchanting and dangerous. Another one-eyed entity in Japanese folklore is the ikimokuren. The ikimokuren is a fearsome creature with a single, glaring eye that seems to pierce through the veil of reality. Its presence is often associated with the supernatural and the unknown. This one-eyed beast is believed to haunt dark and remote places, its eye glowing with a malevolent intensity. The ikimokuren's role in Japanese myths is often tied to themes of fear and the uncanny, reflecting the deep-seated anxieties that lie hidden in the shadows of the human psyche. In Japanese mythology, these one-eyed creatures are not merely the stuff of nightmares, but hold significant symbolic meaning. The solitary eye of these beings often represents a focus on the unknown and the supernatural. It serves as a metaphor for the hidden forces and mysterious aspects of the world that lie beyond human understanding. This single eye is a powerful symbol of the thin line between the known and the unknown, the seen and the unseen. The stories surrounding these one-eyed monsters also explore themes of temptation and danger. The allure of the shoujo's voice, for instance, mirrors the seductive and often perilous nature of the unknown. The ikimokuren's eye, with its penetrating gaze, symbolizes the fear of the unseen and the power that lies in confronting or evading it. These creatures embody the tension between attraction and fear, enchantment and danger, reflecting the complexities of human emotions and experiences in the face of the supernatural. The presence of one-eyed beasts in Japanese mythology highlights a profound cultural fascination with the supernatural and the unknown. These creatures, with their intense and often terrifying single eyes, evoke a sense of awe and unease, capturing the imagination with their blend of beauty and horror. Their stories serve as powerful reminders of the mysteries that lie beyond the visible world and the deep-seated fears and wonders that come with encountering the unknown. In the end, the one-eyed monsters of Japanese mythology are more than just mythical beings. They are symbols of the complex and often unsettling relationship between humans and the supernatural. Their solitary eyes reflect the enigmatic and often frightening nature of the unknown, offering a glimpse into the rich and eerie world of Japanese folklore. Through their stories and symbols, these creatures continue to captivate and haunt the imagination, reminding us of the profound mysteries that lie just beyond the edge of understanding. In the heart of African folklore, one-eyed monsters loom like shadows in a moonlit night, their singular gaze both mesmerizing and terrifying. These creatures, deeply embedded in the rich tapestry of African mythology, embody the mysteries and primal fears that have shaped the spiritual and cultural landscapes of diverse African communities. Their stories resonate with a chilling intensity, offering a glimpse into the fears and beliefs that have captivated generations. One of the most intriguing figures in African mythology is the Orobo, a fearsome one-eyed giant from the folklore of the Igbo people of Nigeria. The Orobo is often depicted as a massive, intimidating figure with a single eye that seems to see into the depths of the soul. This eye is not just a physical attribute but a powerful symbol of the Orobo's supernatural abilities. In Igbo tales, the Orobo's gaze is said to bring misfortune and calamity, reflecting the deep-seated fear of encountering beings with such otherworldly power. The Orobo's role in Igbo myths extends beyond mere terror. It represents the unknown and the chaotic forces of nature that can disrupt the harmony of the world. The one-eyed giant embodies the fears of the community and serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between human existence and the wild, untamed elements that lie beyond control. The Orobo's stories often involve epic battles and heroic deeds, where brave individuals confront the giant to restore balance and protect their people from its destructive power. In other parts of Africa, similar one-eyed creatures appear in the folklore of the Ashanti people of Ghana. Here, the Kwaku Anance, a spider god with a single eye, plays a central role in many myths. Anance is a complex figure, both a trickster and a wise figure, whose eye symbolizes his insight and cunning. Unlike the monstrous Orobo, Anance's single eye is often associated with wisdom and knowledge, highlighting the dual nature of one-eyed beings in African myths. Ananth's tales are filled with clever tricks and moral lessons, reflecting the cultural values of the Ashanti people. Another example is the Ogo, a one-eyed creature from the folklore of the Yoruba people. The Ogo is often depicted as a fierce and powerful being with a single eye that possesses extraordinary sight. In Yoruba myths, the Ogo's eye is believed to have the power to see through deception and reveal hidden truths. This ability makes the Ogo a formidable figure, one that embodies the complex interplay between truth and illusion in Yoruba spirituality. The Ogo's presence in myths serves as a reminder of the importance of honesty and the consequences of deceit. The significance of one-eyed monsters in African mythology extends beyond their fearsome appearances. These beings often symbolize deeper themes of power, knowledge, and the unknown. Their single eyes reflect the tension between seeing and understanding, between the visible and the hidden. The intense gaze of these creatures captures the imagination, evoking a sense of awe and dread that is deeply embedded in the cultural consciousness. In many African cultures, the stories of one-eyed monsters are more than just myths. They are lessons in bravery, wisdom, and the complex relationship between humanity and the supernatural. The creature's singular eyes are powerful symbols of the forces that shape the world, from the chaotic and destructive to the wise and revealing. These myths remind us of the ancient fears and beliefs that have shaped African spiritual and cultural traditions, offering a window into a world where the supernatural and the natural intersect in profound and often unsettling ways. In the heart of modern storytelling, the one-eyed monster stands as a powerful symbol, reaching out from ancient myths to captivate our imagination in fresh and startling ways. From the darkened movie screens to the pages of contemporary literature, these creatures have evolved, carrying with them the eerie and fascinating legacy of their mythological origins. In literature, one-eyed monsters often symbolize more than just physical threats. They represent deeper fears and psychological conflicts. Take, for instance, the haunting figure of Sauron from J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings. This dark lord, depicted with a single, all-seeing eye in the fiery tower of Barad-dûr, embodies an overwhelming sense of dread and malevolence. Sauron's eye is not just a menacing feature but a reflection of the pervasive and corrupting power of evil that seeks to control and dominate. His singular gaze instills a chilling fear that stretches beyond the confines of the story, striking a nerve in readers and viewers alike. In the world of film, one-eyed monsters continue to leave their mark with unforgettable and often spine-chilling appearances. In the beloved animated film Monsters Incorporated, the character of Mike Wazowski brings a humorous twist to the one-eyed trope. His large, single eye, while comical and endearing, still carries a touch of the mysterious and fantastical that harks back to more sinister origins. Mike's eye becomes a focal point of his personality and a vehicle for expressing a range of emotions, from fear to joy, reflecting how these creatures have been adapted to fit modern narratives. Another striking example can be found in the iconic horror genre. The one-eyed monster known as the Beast in the film The Legend of Boggy Creek taps into primal fears and the unknown. The creature's single eye, peering out from the darkness of the swamp, creates an aura of suspense and terror. The beast's eye serves as a haunting reminder of the fearsome and often inexplicable elements lurking just beyond the edge of human understanding, capturing the essence of ancient myths and translating it into a modern horror context. Television also offers its share of memorable one-eyed creatures. In the series American Horror Story, the character of the one-eyed man becomes a symbol of unsettling mystery and dread. His eye, often hidden or obscured, hints at hidden truths and unspoken fears. This character embodies the lingering impact of ancient one-eyed monsters, blending psychological horror with visual intrigue to create a figure that is both haunting and memorable. In comic books, one-eyed monsters often serve as formidable villains or tragic figures. The character of Cyclops in the X-Men series, although not a monster, shows how one-eyed beings are portrayed as powerful yet deeply conflicted characters. His singular eye, which shoots powerful beams, becomes a symbol of his internal struggle and the burden of his extraordinary abilities. This modern reinterpretation shows how the one-eyed motif can be adapted to explore themes of power, identity, and isolation. The influence of one-eyed monsters in popular culture reveals a fascinating journey from ancient myth to modern storytelling. Their portrayal in literature, film, and television demonstrates a blend of fear, fascination, and psychological depth. Whether depicted as menacing villains or sympathetic characters, these creatures continue to capture our imagination, bridging the gap between the eerie allure of ancient myths and the ever-evolving landscape of contemporary media. Each modern adaptation brings a fresh perspective to the one-eyed monster, reflecting our ongoing fascination with the unknown and the supernatural. The powerful imagery of the single eye remains a potent symbol, evoking a range of emotions from terror to empathy, and ensuring that these ancient beings continue to hold a compelling and unsettling place in our collective imagination. The eerie and captivating world of one-eyed monsters stretches across continents and cultures, weaving a rich tapestry of fear, fascination, and symbolism. From ancient myths to modern interpretations, these singularly eyed beings have shared a remarkable and unsettling presence. Their stories echo with a haunting resonance, revealing common themes that span the vast expanse of human imagination. In Greek mythology, the Cyclopes are formidable giants with a single eye that sits in the middle of their foreheads. These one-eyed titans, like Polyphemus, are not just fearsome figures of brute strength, but also symbols of the wild and untamed forces of nature. Their singular eye represents a focus so intense it becomes almost a curse, blinding them to broader perspectives and creating a sense of tragic isolation. Traveling across the world to Norse mythology, the giants, or jötnar, carry their own one-eyed legends. The one-eyed giant Hrungnir is a figure of both dread and awe. His single eye stands as a symbol of cosmic chaos and raw power, reflecting the fearsome nature of forces that exist beyond human control. The Norse myths use the one eye to illustrate the giants' roles as agents of disruption in the cosmic order, adding layers of complexity to their symbolic significance. In Mesopotamian mythology, the one-eyed Humbaba is a monstrous guardian of the cedar forest, his single eye a symbol of his monstrous, almost otherworldly vigilance. Humbaba's eye is not merely a physical attribute but a metaphor for his overwhelming power and his role as an obstacle to human ambition. His gaze represents the ancient fear of the unknown and the supernatural, a common theme in many cultures' stories about one-eyed monsters. Hindu mythology presents another intriguing dimension with the Rakshasas and Asuras. These demons, including the one-eyed figures among them, embody chaotic forces and existential threats. The single eye of these creatures often symbolizes a more sinister form of power, a focus on destruction and deceit. In these myths, the one eye reflects the ability to see into hidden truths, but also the capacity to spread malevolence and chaos. In the folklore of Native American tribes, one-eyed monsters like the Haida people's giants are depicted with a singular eye that evokes a deep, primal fear. These creatures often symbolize the dangers that lie outside human understanding, embodying the mysteries of nature and the supernatural. Their one eye is a focal point of terror and awe, serving as a reminder of the limits of human knowledge and control. Japanese folklore introduces creatures such as the shoujo, one-eyed beasts that blend the mystical with the eerie. Their singular eye often signifies a connection to otherworldly realms and supernatural powers. In Japanese myths, these one-eyed beings are sometimes depicted with a blend of fear and fascination, reflecting the cultural themes of mystery and the supernatural that permeate Japanese storytelling. African mythology, with its diverse range of cultures, presents one-eyed monsters that serve as symbols of power and fear. The Orobo of the Igbo people, with its single eye, embodies the chaotic forces of nature and the supernatural. Similarly, the one-eyed figures in Yoruba and Ashanti myths reflect the complex interplay of power, truth, and deceit. Their eyes are not merely physical traits but potent symbols of the unseen forces that shape human existence. As we compare these one-eyed monsters across various mythologies, common themes emerge. The single eye often represents a focal point of power, whether it is seen as a symbol of overwhelming strength, cosmic chaos, or supernatural insight. These creatures' gazes are both captivating and frightening, symbolizing the mysterious forces that lie beyond human comprehension. The symbolism of the one-eyed monster often reflects cultural fears and values, from the raw power and isolation of Greek Cyclopes to the cosmic disruption of Norse giants, the vigilance of Mesopotamian guardians, and the chaotic deceit of Hindu demons. Each culture uses the one-eyed motif to explore themes of power, the unknown, and the limits of human understanding. The enduring legacy of these mythological creatures lies in their ability to evoke deep-seated emotions and fears. They serve as powerful symbols of the unknown and the supernatural, bridging ancient beliefs with modern interpretations. Through their singular eyes, these monsters continue to capture our imagination, reflecting our collective fears and fascination with the forces that lie beyond the visible world.